I'm going to give you guys gist, like Ria said. Good morning, Nigeria. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and our finger is still on the pulse, and our eyes are still on the streets. And if it's a trending story, you can expect to hear it on Trending Now TVC. In our first story, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has begun an indefinite nationwide strike, suspending weather services at all airports and meteorological stations. Now, this move has disrupted flight operations across the country, with domestic carrier Air Peace announcing an immediate suspension of all flights. Some foreign airlines have also begun halting flights into Nigeria, citing safety risks due to the lack of accurate en route and aerodrome weather data. Now, NIMET is the sole agency that's authorized to issue current nowcasts of hazardous weather reports, and this is crucial for safe landings, especially amid heavy rain and thunderstorms. A viral video of the Air Peace CEO, Dr. Allen Onyema, cancelling flights in real time has drawn public commendation, with many applauding his decision to prioritize safety over profit. Take a look at the CEO of Air Peace.
If NIMET has not called off the strike, cancel and suspend every Air Peace flight now with immediate effect, people's lives and the safety of our equipment, safety of our crew, safety of people's lives, first and foremost. If any other airline, I don't want to hear, the vice chairman just called me now and said that we are trying to cancel flights, that other airlines are flying. I don't care about that. I just don't care about that. Suspend every Air Peace flight nationwide this moment. We should stop flying. We look at thunderstorms everywhere. Look at the kind of weather we are going into. And NIMET that is supposed to be providing this thing is on strike, and we are flying. Suspend every peace flight with immediate effect. Until further notice, until that strike is over, suspend it. Safety first. If people want to collect their money, let them collect their money. If people want their refund to go and fly elsewhere, let them collect. But I don't want to have blood in my hands, please. Suspend every Air Peace flight with immediate effect.
I think this video of Dr. Allen Onyema taking a very hardline stance and cancelling flights in real time really tells us about the dire consequences in the aviation industry. You know, if anything goes wrong, a whole plane of people will go down. But luckily, the Minister for Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has scheduled a meeting with all parties today, and so hopefully this gets some resolution. I know we have a we have a jet setter on set today. That's Ria. She's constantly flying, so she's not going to like this. But in our next story, for 57 years, Pa Oladimeji Lawal has pedaled the streets of Lagos, selling yogurt and ice cream from his bicycle. Since 1968, his presence has consistently offered cold treats under the sun, a quiet example of honest labor in a society where shortcuts through fraud and rituals often make headlines. His story is gaining attention online, and it's both inspiring but also sobering. Despite more than 5 decades of dedication, Pa Lawal has not been able to grow or scale his business. And today he's asking Nigerians for just 2 things, a shop and a freezer. Take a look.
You never know, yellow be your husband. If I'm right, I cannot be wrong. Oh, Yellow Man pension is this song. Oh, we are going on a summer holiday. I want Nigeria to help me for that, so that it maybe help me to rent a shop with one freezer. Then different type of something that mouth is eating. I'll be selling in the shop. So you understand, so that I will sit. I will just sit in the shop, doing exercise, selling market for people as a shopping. See? And that one will cost me a lot of money. Now,
in a country that often struggles with uneven development, his life reflects a very deep truth. It asks the question, when a nation fails to evolve, even our most hardworking citizens can remain stuck in time. Why? This is all very interesting, but I want to say this. If Nigerians do oblige him and get him a freezer and a shop, he's going to need constant electricity. And in the absence of that, he's going to need a generator. And to fuel that generator, he's going to need diesel. Now, the price of diesel and fuel being so high, and one of his yogurts selling at 800 naira, that's going to be a hard thing to do. But let's take a look at social media. MK says, this man is trying. You don't know how many mouths he has to feed. I hope that he gets the help he needs. And Adebayo Adeniyan says, yes, I've known him since I was a child in Ikoyi or Balende. Now I'm 46 years old. He's saying the truth. How can we reach him, please? Very quickly, you guys, I'm going to direct this question to Ria. Ria, how is this cancellation of flights and this NIMET strike going to affect you jet setting across the country, as you love to do?
I know, right? And you know, for me, I always say I fly airplanes whenever I'm going to Ghana or wherever I'm going. So seeing Dr. Allen come out and speak about the fact that no plane should fly after they said the weather is bad is so commendable. And I tell people, whenever airpiece flight is cancelled or, you know, it doesn't go, it's for the safety. Dr. Allen is all about the safety of people. And you can hear him saying that even if you've paid, I'll return your money back to you because he doesn't want blood, you know, in his hands. And that's just a beautiful thing. Airpiece is for us, is our own at the end of the day. And it's so nice that he's taking precaution and he's putting safety first. For me that likes to travel, I'll have to sit in one place because, of course, I want to be alive and get to my destination. But quickly moving forward to the man that I think we should just give him something. I think he needs help. You know, they say human wants are never satisfiable. So even when we give him the freezer, he'll want more. But I think we should just still try to help and give him something. God should provide for me, so at least I can give him the freezer. It won't be a bad one.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, airpiece cancelling all flights. I think other airlines should do the same line. You know, and you know the funny thing, a lot of Nigerians don't even know what NIMET is until now. You know, now they are on strike. I wonder what the strike they are striking. The strike is for. But look at the effect it's having on aviation. Thanks to Dr. Onyema for that decision. Congratulations for that. And for the ice cream seller, let's not just give him a shop and a freezer. We have to give him a generator. It doesn't have to be diesel powered.
And diesel.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be diesel powered. You have petrol powered generators that can do that. Or maybe we'll give him solar or something. Just set the man up. 57 years of doing this stuff it's commendable too.
I'll begin with the NIMET story. I think that the management did not need to wait till this point to effecting the demands of these people, their 30,000 naira and 70,000 naira wage as it is, because that's what they are protesting for. Yeah. Thank God that the minister is stepping in. Let's see where that conversation will lead to, if this monies will be paid at the end of the day, and so that we can avert all of the issues that we're seeing in the aviation sector, because there are those who are going to be traveling into the country, and this aspect will also affect them as well. But thank you, Dr. Onyema, for taking that step. It is obvious you're passionate about your business and everything that you do. I believe that other persons who are running this business are also taking a cue from what you're doing, showing that you are someone who has a human face to your business. And for the ice cream seller, I think Nigerians can rally around him and support him in any way. Nigerians are good people, and they always show support in times like this. So as much as possible, well-meaning Nigerians, well-to-do Nigerians, this is when we need you to step out and help who now? Palawal, you know, right now to, you know, support his business. It's important.
You know, the story of Palawal reminds me of another man that when I was living somewhere around Alakpere, there is this man, they said he's been there, he's been selling. I even looked for the picture. I guess, I don't know, I couldn't remember the man's face. Maybe he's the same person, that he's used the same business to sustain his family, sent his children to school, and his children are very, very successful. I'm not saying maybe it is Palawal, but this person, his children are very successful, that they're saying, Dad, you need to stop this. We have money now, we can take care of you. But the man said, I can't stay back home. This is the same business that I used, you know, in sending you to school. So I can't stay back home. It's a way of exercising my body. I find joy. He sings, the children will come around him and they will start dancing. Look at Palawal too, you know, beating drum, and I could see Etoma, you know, vibing, you know, to the music. So this goes to show that. So now look at the youth. They just want to be rich. They just want to get money through ritual, through Yahoo and all of that. You know, there is dignity in labor. And this is something I want us to emphasize.
It's time for us to help him now so that we can tell the world that there's really dignity in labor.
Thank you all so much. Hard work is the bedrock of society, and he's a rare breed. It's a shame to see that the Nigerian dream has failed him. But moving on in our next story. As inflation soars and job opportunities dwindle, many young Nigerians, particularly women, are turning to hookup culture as a means of survival. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is the difference between hookup and traditional sex work, aka prostitution? Well, essentially, hookup culture is digital age prostitution. Young women connect with clients online, negotiate their terms, and meet privately with no strings attached. But unlike traditional sex work, these encounters are informal, unregulated, and alarmingly dangerous. Now, reports of women being assaulted, mutilated, or even killed after such hookups are becoming common. Social media is constantly full of stories and headlines that remind us of the brutal outcomes of these arrangements. In a video that's now circulating on social media, a young woman narrates her experience with some young men while hooking up. Take a look.
Jennifer brought you to Zoro. How long have you been in Zoro?
I've not been 1 month and
1 month and now.
yes.
So what are you doing here? How much
They will give us
did you bargain?
20,000.
Okay.
There is 60K, 3 of us.
Okay.
So we asked them to send our money in before they now bring out belt and start flogging us, belt and knife. So my sisters them escaped from there. So they locked this door. They start there, they beat me over and locked the door.
After both of them?
Yes, they beat me over and locked the door.
So where did they lock the door to? Where did they tell you that they
I don't know. They just say they are going out.
Now, this young lady is one of the lucky ones, but there are many who've passed away who weren't so lucky. I will say that where there is a demand, there will be supply. Just last month, commercial sex workers in FCT tried to file a suit against Wiki and the Environmental Protection Board for harassing them while they were in quote, prostituting. And now we have this. Should sex work be at least not legalized, but somehow institutionalized or unionized to make it safer for these young women who will do it regardless?
I do not understand.
Olamide, I don't understand
right,
that one.
you want to go?
Okay.
Quickly, because
It
of
is,
time.
yes, it is a dangerous business. It is a business that the oldest profession in the world. Yes, I agree. But should you go ahead and do it? The dangers are just too much. I've heard too many terrible stories concerning this, and I would want to discourage the girls as much as possible. The money you are making is not more important than your lives.
Importantly, that's the word there. And the person speaking is such a young girl that should be in school, focusing on her future. But unfortunately, she found herself in this practice. How to keep her safe for me is the next step that has to be taken right now. And parents need to do better in training up their children.
Exactly, and I tell people prostitution is the most hardest thing to do ever. Trust me, you rather be hitting hammer on the wall even than that, because it's so difficult. Your mind is going emotionally, mentally, everything. It's not something that we should encourage at all. Please, our girls, hard work truly pays off. You know, one day it will pay off. It may be slow, but it will definitely pay off. But you do not need to give your body out for money.
All right, so we should talk to the men that also, patronize them, because without the men, it won't thrive. So I think men should think deeply, think of the danger. Well, I won't say they should go for second wife because I don't want to be roasted on this thing. But if that's the best thing for you, you have to do it. Or better still, you have to zip up.
And as a man, you can stay with one woman as well. You can try it.
Unfortunately, we cannot continue this conversation, but thank you, Olamide, for bringing us the stories. This is where we have to